Today, on Running to Him.
Whether we know it or not, God knows and works out our life. Our responsibility is to communicate with Him. Today we will read Proverbs 16 and concentrate on verses 2 through 4. Proverbs 16 verses 2 through 4 says, "All the ways of a man are clean in his own sight, but the Lord weighs the motives. Commit your works to the Lord, and your plans will be established. The Lord has made everything for its own purpose, even the wicked for the day of evil." Now, do we have a free will, or are we predetermined to live our lives in a certain way? I would say the answer to the question is an indisputable yes. We have free will, and our lives are determined. Here's how we can live with that dichotomy. Let's take verse 4 first. God made everything for His purpose. He made mankind for fellowship with Him. He made women for fellowship with men. He made children so that we could understand the relationship He has with us. God interacts with the world for specific reasons and intent, but He also allows us to interact with the world through free choice. Now, I don't want to take these facts too far, because if I do, I will fall into the trap of deism. This is God created the world and then lets it run on its own power. I've previously explained how God brought Tony and me together. There were at least 4 major events and many minor ones that occurred in my life just so that Tony and I could meet. In the same way, Tony experienced several major events and many minor ones that brought her to the ice skating rink that August day in 1971. And I think I've mentioned that the ice skates she purchased months before our meeting had the name of our oldest daughter engraved on them by the manufacturer before they ever got to the store. We didn't discover that until our daughter was in college. God certainly planned our meeting, but we had to respond in certain ways for our lives to fall together the way they did. So our free will intersects with God's plan. Exactly how that works is anybody's guess. In our call-out verses today, we see 3 truths. We think our plans are clean, but God weighs our motives. If we commit our plans to God, they will be established. And finally, God is in control. Now, we tend to think that our plans are righteous. This way of thinking is also true when we plan to do something morally wrong. And let's look at 2 examples. Now, over the past few years, it's become commonplace for people to think that it's proper to steal. Stores in San Francisco are closing because mobs are going into them and stealing. Grocery stores are locking up commonly stolen items so the thieves can't steal them. And yet some politicians and legal authorities are justifies the mob's actions because they say that people are, quote, hungry or oppressed, or teenagers making poor decisions. And the owners of the stores have insurance, so no one is truly hurt by these crimes. None of these excuses hold hot water. These people are breaking the law because they suffer no consequences. The second example is in the abortion debate. Now, some on the side of freedom to have an abortion claim that it's a mass of cells, and I'm using their terms, in belonging to the woman, and she can do to them whatever she wants. That reasoning flies in the face of reality and responsibility. She is responsible, along with the male with whom she has sexual relations, for the results of their actions. For them to rid herself of those cells that would in 9 months pass out of her birth canal and into the world as a human being could easily be called murder. Now breathe. In the cases of rape or incest or the life of the mother, through prayer and guidance, an abortion might be an option, but there are other options that might be considered as well. Again, breathe. The wise person seeks out God. We must read verses 2 and 3 again. We have a choice and responsibility because of our relationship with God. All things must be done while asking the question, is this what God would have me to do?
Thank you for listening. We pray that today's devotion was meaningful to you. We would love to hear from you. You can use either Facebook or YouTube to like, subscribe, share, and tell others about us. If you would like to contact us, you can reach me at phineasjacobus@runningtohim.net.